Would you please stop muttering about things that have nothing to do with this trial, sir? The defendant's life is on the line here. Well, the thing is, I couldn't really say that is nothing to do with this trial, to be honest. Huh? I mean, there's no question that the man was shot, but the bullet had simply vanished from his stomach. Quite inexplicable, don't you think? I knew it! There's no bullet in Sholmes. I knew it! I almost don't want to ask, but this surgery you've been muttering about all this time. You were operating on... What was the fellow's name now? Herlich? No. Herlock? No. Airlock? Herlock Sholmes, by any chance? Okay. Back to Gregson what? That's where we left off. Alright, everyone, we're back. It's light here. What are we doing? Oh yeah, there's something about the music desk, right? Alright, let's just see. Let's see what's up with Inspector Gregson. Yes, Inspector? We had a meeting yesterday at the yard with the prosecution service and, it was agreed that the disc wouldn't be used as evidence. Oh yeah, he was, hitting on Gina's character with it. What's this all about? Why is the inspector acting strangely? What is wrong with that disc? What's up with it? What is up with that disc? I'm so curious. That's the first time he said anything to Van Zieks at all. I am unaware of any such meeting. But those were the instructions right from the top. The government bigwigs were insistent. Inspector, I am the prosecutor, and I alone determine how to present my case. Your warning is noted. Thank you. Oh, snap. Prosecution wishes to proceed with submitting this disc as evidence, my lord. Indeed. Bailiff? Prosecution has established the accused's motive, opportunity, and baseness of character. You mean you've, digged on her character? There is nothing more to add. Can we, please, present our side on what she was doing? Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I await your informed decisions and rest my case. We're gonna have to do another summation examination, aren't we? I don't believe it. I had the jury on my side for once, for all of 5 minutes. Oh dear, it wasn't even for 5 minutes, Runo. She was counting. Iris, I love you, but why? My lord. Wonder if I might say something at this point. Proceed, Mr. Foreman. Been stumbling about in a bit of a fog up to now, truth be told, all of a sudden. Not again. The answer's barely obvious to me and my men. There's only one thing for it. Oh no. Very well. The court will hear from the jury. Ladies and gentlemen, you will present your leanings as to the defendant's culpability.
Guilty.
Guilty.
There we go again.
Guilty.
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 What's funny with this though is that half of them end up not even realizing what's going on. We have a consensus among the jury, it seems. When you have eliminated the impossible, whatever remains must be the truth. What in the heck? How do you know about that line? That's my line. I wrote that for Hurley. Ugh, how dare he use it against us? Don't worry, Iris. I don't think we're finished yet. Well, what I was talking about is, that's from the future. More than a century later. There's still more to this case than we realize. There must be, because there's one thing that I'm absolutely certain of. Gina didn't shoot Mr. Windybank. That's beyond any doubt. Very well. We will proceed with the second summation examination of the day. Mr. Foreman, are you and the other jurors ready? Your adept squadron is primed and ready for action, sir. Very good. So, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, you will each explain on what grounds you have now determined the defendant to be guilty. Just 'cause they felt like it. Imagine. Alright, let's see. I love the summation examination music. Such a vibe. Once a rogue, always a rogue, I say, hmm? Different breed to us, law-abiding citizens. As only 2 bullets were found in the scene, I would say the whole case is done and dusted. You don't need a stereoscope to see the truth here. Every which way you look at it, it was that pickpocket. See, I want to know what the thing is with the bullets too. Unless, like... Wait. It depends on whether or not Sholmes still has the bullet in him when they operated on him. I never imagined that simple operation would cause me such grief. Don't tell me this guy... This guy's still thinking about whether or not he put the scalpel in the person he was operating on. The accused attempted a theft on the previous day. I can see I'm in for a busy day ahead. I am ballistics expert. I have seen many shootings. There is nothing I do not know about guns. See, I'm telling you, half of those, like, weren't even clear. It would seem there is little remaining room for doubt. I have to admit I was rather bowled over by the argument put forward by the chap in black. But when that fell apart like a house of cards, I saw that I'd jolly well been hoodwinked. Well, no more. Ugh, the whole courtroom is turning against me. It's not fair. Iris? That prosecutor's being mean. Just because Ginny's done something she shouldn't have done in the past, that doesn't make her a murderer. He doesn't care. Iris, I love you, but he doesn't care. Allow me to savor this fruity vintage while I savor the spectacle of your fruitless debate on the matter. You're not even gonna savor it, you're gonna thrash it. You're gonna toss it over your shoulder. Here's to the truth coming out, eventually. Yeah, we'll give you the truth that she's innocent. That's enough preamble, counsel. Proceed with the summation examination. Ouch. This guy's always hurting himself. How does he not have, like, a bunch of bruises? His back, his cheeks. Yes, my lord. Here we go. Alright, time to press. For now, anyway.
Hold it!
Just because Miss Lestrade has a history of pickpocketing, she must be guilty of murder. Is that what you're saying? Ah, well. Are all members of the British Army so quick to judge? I beg your pardon? Are you mocking Her Majesty's Armed Forces, greatest military organization in the world? No, I'm simply illustrating my point. Making assumptions about people because they're a soldier or a pickpocket is wrong and dangerous. Well, yes, might have a point there, I suppose. But let's not forget the girl had already shown she had it in her from before. She's clearly a criminal sword through and through, can't deny it. When you say that she'd shown she had it in her, are you referring to this? Exactly. Tried to swipe that only a day earlier, Or am I mistaken? Not exactly. Okay, but she tried to swipe it, she didn't try to kill the guy who had it. Given that I was actually there at the time, it's hard to refute that. I've never actually seen the real thing. Can't wait to have a closer look at it. Oh yeah, because she only saw Sholmes' imprint of it. Oh yes, of course. Oh, Sholmes, come back. Mr. Sholmes did use his caramel bars to make a copy of the disc, didn't he? And then ordered every type of music box he could find from across Europe. I forgot about that. Oh, I forgot he did that. That's dedication right there. We still don't know what Tuna plays though, do we? But I'd love to see how the original compares to Hurley's copy. Build its disc. Could it be a clue somehow? Perhaps we should examine it in more detail. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge. Alright, I'll do it right now, game. Alright, let's see. Well, first we've got the blood on it. Started. Oh, Reno, look! This is blood! Yes, you're right. It's a small smear, but definitely blood. Actually, I feel as though I might have noticed that before. Aha, then it's my time to shine again. I thought I'd be waiting forever. Alright, hold still with that disc, Reno. Can we get this done quickly, Iris? In a flash. Oh, what color? Oh, that's so cool. The smoke effect. Green. Ooh, a lovely bright shade again. Do we have green already? Wait, that color. What is it? It's just that green. Not the first time you've seen that color, is it? Who was green? Was it the foreman that was green? Not foreman. Thrice-fired Mason. That's who I was referring to. Foreman Gilded. That's the man you defended in court a couple of months ago, isn't it, Runo? Yes, or rather, mistakenly defended. I wonder what his name is doing on the back of this disc. That's a question I'd love to know the answer to myself. Okay, anything else? Don't think so. I think it was just mainly the bloodstain. Who's green? Who's green? It's gonna kill me. Oh, we still don't know who green is. Only that they match. And, what does that mean?
Hold it!
It's the number of bullets that has you convinced. Only 2 bullets were fired, and the 2 guns that fired them have been examined by the police. When the parlor maid asks me how many are invited for dinner, I always tell her to count the table settings. Well, that's logical, I suppose. Although... yes? Sometimes after dining, crockery does go missing. 1 or 2 guests rather like the fine china. Did your employer dine with thieves? So I suppose... if there was another bullet somewhere of which we were unaware, I'd have to reconsider my position. 3rd bullet somewhere on the scene? Could that be possible? Oh, jeez. Hold on. Just in case. If it's not the disc, then I will... just keep pressing and come back to this. Allow me to show you then the 3rd bullet. I'm just gonna try this. If it fails, it fails. I passes for a bullet as much as you pass for a lawyer, my learned friend. Alright, fine. Hold on, I'll reload. Alright, unless I wanna try this. We'll come back. For now, I think we'll just skip it. Fortunately, only 2 bullets were discovered by the police during their investigation. Yes, I know. Right. And I don't imagine the good men of Scotland Yard would have overlooked anything. If I missed a bullet while I was cleaning his lordship's office, well... I should receive a sound scolding, I don't doubt. You should receive a visit from the police, perhaps? It sounds like a crime scene to me. A 3rd bullet. It would completely turn things around if there was one, wouldn't it? Do you think we might find one lying around somewhere? Lying around somewhere.
Hold it!
So if I've understood correctly, you need two pictures, a left one and a slightly different eye one. Exactly. Then you can see the scene in 3 dimensions, like this. So, if you have 2 bullets, I don't suppose you can see anything useful with them? I think you'll find that no matter how much you squint, the truth of the situation always looks the same here. The only person who could have shot the victim is that girl in the dock. How can you be so sure of that? Think about it. The Skulkin brothers shot the great detective, didn't they? Yes, that's been mentioned once or twice. Well then, surely it's coming into focus now, isn't it? This is a waste of time. I'm not going to change this man's mind anytime soon. I'm kind of tempted to try presenting this. My theory is Sholmes was shot. The bullet is in him, no? Okay, let me just continue with other people. Worst case, I'll do that last. You don't have to do it right now.
Hold it!
Would you please stop muttering about things that have nothing to do with this trial, sir? The defendant's life is on the line here. Well, the thing is, I couldn't really say that it has nothing to do with this trial, to be honest. Huh? I mean, there's no question that the man was shot, but the bullet had simply vanished from his stomach. Quite inexplicable, don't you think? I knew it! There's no bullet in Sholmes. I knew it! I almost don't want to ask, but this surgery you've been muttering about all this time. You were operating on... What was the fellow's name now? Herlich? No. Herlock? No. Airlock? Herlock Sholmes, by any chance? Yes, good lord! It was that Hairlock fellow! Yay! What? You're the surgeon that operated on Mr. Sholmes? Yay, we get a reason to hear his theme. That's right, using the very latest anesthesia techniques, I might add. It was a fairly major op, I can tell you. This is crazy. Let me see, the fellow was brought in not long after midnight, if I remember correctly. They said he'd been shot by some criminal or other, so I opened him up like a shot. The funny thing is, I went over his insides with a fine-toothed comb and couldn't find the bullet anywhere. So I'm afraid I had to throw up my hands and just stitch the fellow back up. Why is he talking about it so casually? It's like, oh yeah, he was shot, but like I stitched him back together. I hate to state the obvious, but yes. Really, that's because the bullet is still at the scene of the shooting. Counsel for the defense is correct, as is clearly shown in this photographic print. The bullet that the Skulkin brothers fired at Mr. Sholmes hit him in the stomach region, then exited his body and lodged into the shop wall where the calendar was hanging by the door. I think you'll find this really quite simple if you just consider the problem 3-dimensionally. Huh. What do you think I am, son? Well, juror number 4 is about the best I can do. As soon as I saw the wound to the man's stomach, I flipped him over. Like a pancake? Are you saying that you checked his back? Of course I did. And there wasn't a trace of injury. No sign that the bullet had left the body at all. What? That's the point! The only logical conclusion was the bullet was still somewhere in the man's innards. Which is exactly why I set about slicing him up. And I'm still none the wiser even now. How many times do I have to say it? Can somebody please explain how it happened? Can somebody please solve the mystery? It's almost as much of a mystery as how this jury was put together. What the heck? He had no... Huh. There was no exit wound? That is so weird. Wait, but isn't it still... Gosh, now my mind is confused. The bullet is still at sea and still the same thing, right? Okay. The accused attempted the theft. Okay.
Hold it!
What do you mean you're in for a busy day? Forgot to say, stop. Excuse me, stop. I'm a communications officer. Stop. Communications officer? Officer? That have something to do with this, with sending telegrams? Everything from personal messages written by members of the public to the latest news in the capital. I convert all the messages into Morse code and tap it out to the entire world electronically. To the entire world? Thousands of miles of cable under the sea. Stop. Worldwide communication network. Stop. Information transmitted to and from all corners of the globe. Stop. Ah, yes. She was getting equally worked up about radio waves, or the like before, wasn't she? I specialize in communicating information from government departments and newspaper offices. See. I'm sure I shall have to wire the newspaper reports of today's guilty verdict later. So no sleep for me tonight, I imagine. Let's just finish the trial first, shall we?
Hold it!
I thought you were just a tourist. Oh my goodness, stop with this bit, please. Good day. I am visiting London for sightseeing. I would like to take bus to Crystal Tower, please. There's no way he's just a visiting tourist. So, you're a ballistics expert? Who knew? I have much experience with guns. Ah. I have lived through many, how do you say, extreme, violent bath of, blood of, extreme violent bloodbaths, perhaps? Those extreme violent bloodbaths. English has very difficult tongue. Got that right, buddy. Considering the sort of people you associate with, I'm surprised you still have a tongue. Dang. Anyway, if you have questions about bullets and guns, you ask me. There is nothing I do not know. No mystery I cannot solve. Very confident in his knowledge of guns, that's for sure. But, if possible, please, only in Russian language. He's not very confident in his knowledge of English, though, is he? No, still, we should bear it in mind. These are men if there's a mystery about guns or bullets. And Zeeks has managed to convince everyone. We have eliminated the impossible, he said. But he hasn't. We're going to fight back. We need more material. We have to fight back. We have to turn this trial around again. There, let's see. Oh, here. Perfect.
Objection!
There we go. Those two statements clearly contradict the idea that all I do is pit jurors against each other. I love that. Ooh, a ballistics expert. Hitting. P-I-T-T. On the night in question, Mr. Sholmes was shot by one of the Skulkin brothers. But since there was no sign of an exit wound on his back, we must assume the bullet didn't pass through him. However, no bullet was found lodged in Mr. Sholmes' body either. Furthermore, a bullet was found lodged in the wall of the shop where Mr. Sholmes was shot. Juror number 6. Hello, my name is Violet. Pleased to meet you. This apparent contradiction in the facts that is so clearly troubling juror number 4. Are you able to explain the mystery? Oh. I have seen a very similar situation in Motherland. Really? It was night. There was blizzard. I was running away along mountain road in freezing cold. Golly! The snow was piling high on both sides of the road. It was very narrow and dangerous. Pursuers had hunting rifles, and they were on dog sleds. Until now, don't ask too many questions. Yeah, don't ask questions you don't want the answer to. I was shot from behind, and I fell down in snow. So what he saw was his own experience. Don't tell me when he says he's an expert at getting shot. Yeah, I'm an expert at getting shot. I can tell you all You want to know about gun wounds? I've had 100 on my own body. The situation was very similar to what I hear today from doctor. They could not find bullet in my body, and no sign of, how do you say, exit wound. Then where did the bullet go? Bullet never hit me. Well, if it never hit you, why did you fall down? Bullet hit frozen wall of ice very close to my side. What? One small piece, very sharp, broke away from lump of ice and pierced my body. It made deep wound that looks just like bullet wound. Good gracious. Of course, piece of ice quickly melted inside me, and that is solution to mystery of disappearing bullet. What in the world? But that doesn't answer the question at all. The shooting happened in a pawnbroker's shop, not some snowy mountain road in another country. Just an idea, but we might be looking at exactly the same scenario here. I know. Where exactly was Hurley shot again? Well, according to the report, in his stomach. Sort of around this area, I think. Well, that's precisely where he always wears a little pouch in his belt. Pouch? Actually, I might have noticed something like that. Oh yeah, of course. Yes, a pouch. It's where he keeps the 3 glass vials of very dangerous chemicals that he uses in his investigations. What? Really? Doctor, where's the pouch Mr. Sholmes was wearing? Well, the fellow had nothing like that on his person when he arrived at the hospital as far as I can remember. If I may, Lord Van Zieks? Well, I realize it is forbidden for the prosecution to interject during a summation examination. I should inform the defense that I have the pouch in question in the antechamber outside the courtroom. Sorry? As I understand it, when the police arrived on the scene and found Mr. Sholmes injured, they removed the pouch in order to assess the wound. Ah, thank goodness. I thought I was getting forgetful for a moment. Since then, it has been in my safekeeping along with all other evidence relating to the case. I can personally vouch for the fact that it has not been touched since the incident occurred. Very well. Well, extremely unconventional during a summation examination. I must demand the prosecution presents the item in question with all speed. Bring forth Mr. Herlock Sholmes' pouch. Oh, I wonder what it's gonna show. I see. Oh, this is the pouch worn by Mr. Sholmes in the night in question, is it? Oh, the blue one is shattered. Look at that. One of the vials is broken, and the leather around it is scorched black. It's almost as if the vial exploded. Exploded? So, that night, a bullet from the Skulkin brothers' gun struck Mr. Sholmes' pouch. And it was the glass vial exploding that caused the fellow's injury. This bullet did not penetrate victim, but was deflected into wall of shop. A delightfully complex aroma. Well, it would appear one mystery has been solved at least. Though it has no bearing on the truth of this case. The bungling and burgling brothers shot the detective, and the accused shot the pawnbroker. Pertinent facts of the case remain unaltered. Ugh. But at least the mystery is solved. I can sleep easy tonight. Thank you, young man. Ah, thank you very much. Glad I could help. Help everyone but myself. Due to its bearing on the conundrum just solved, the court will sequester this scruffy pouch as evidence. Hurley's pouch isn't scruffy! Aw, it's okay, Iris. Okay. The pouch Mr. Sholmes was wearing around his waist at the time of the shooting, one of the glass vials smashed, there's scorch around it. Now, the summation examination. It would appear the defense is somewhat struggling to alter opinion, Please, my lord, a little more time. After all, that's a new piece of evidence. It'd be a valuable clue, and you can't afford to overlook anything here, Ryunosuke. There's still a way to turn this around, somehow. I'm sure of it. Well, that's a hint to examine the pouch anyway. Alright, let's see. Hmm. Dang. What in the world? It's really scorched badly just here. Oh, the strap is broken. Look. This must be where the bullet hit then. Let me see. Wait a second. Wait a second. Well. What do we have here? What the? Iris, look! Behind where the broken file was. Do you see it? Ah, that's the Skulkin Brothers bullet. What a stroke of luck that it hit his pouch. This is an amazing discovery. What this means is, there were 3 bullets fired at Windybanks that night. We found exactly what the juror was talking about. The 3rd bullet. It's time to press that juror again, I think. Nice. Thank you, Sholmes. You saved the day without even being here.
Hold it!
It's the number of bullets that has you convinced. Oh wait, we can skip, right? Oh right, okay, that's right. We can skip all this, and then what it says for us to prove it. Hold on. I can prove it. Allow me to show you then. The 3rd bullet. It's literally called the 3rd bullet. Yes, I love his face. Here it is. We discovered it just now. Yes, on the night in question in Windybank's pawnbrokery, another bullet was fired.
Hold it!
What is this new trickery, you Nipponese conjurer? Where did you find that bullet? It was lodged inside Mr. Sholmes' pouch. What? This pouch was removed from around Mr. Sholmes' waist before he was taken to the hospital. And since then it has been touched by no one. Do you mean to say the shot fired by the Skulkin brothers that night? Yes, as your lordship has surmised, it hit this pouch. But that makes no sense whatsoever. We already know the whereabouts of the bullet fired at Mr. Sholmes. It's clearly visible in this photographic print. Ah! 2 guns from the scene have already been submitted into the court record as evidence. Yes, that of Mr. Windybank and that belonging to the Skulkin brothers. An examination of both guns revealed that only a single bullet had been fired from each. Ah! But that must mean... That's right. We now know that on the night in question, 3 bullets were fired. However, only 2 bullets were fired from the guns recovered from the crime scene. And until that incontrovertible inconsistency is somehow explained, we cannot and must not pass judgment. Heck. Fatality. Order. While the summation examination remains incomplete, the court has been presented with new facts. Facts that would appear to shake the very foundations upon which the case against the defendant has been built. And as is my prerogative in this situation, I hereby temporarily suspend the summation examination. By Jupiter! What? Bailiff, bring the witnesses back to the stand at once! Oh boy! Oh, we're in for another round, are we? Witnesses? Governor! Were you listening to proceedings while the defense carried out the summation examination? We was, Governor, we was! Perhaps we can dispense with the tedious preamble. Simply answer this one question. The 3rd bullet has been identified at the scene of the crime. What do you make of that? Make of it, Gov? I don't make nothing of nothing. Is it one of yours? God blimey, Gov, God blimey, not a chance. In that case, did you have an accomplice? What? Hey, what? Never! The Skulkin brothers work alone! It's just the 2 of us, that's our trademark. How soon we forget poor Sulky. Only 2 of the bullets from the crime scene originated from the firearms we have in evidence. 3rd bullet was fired from another gun. Where is it? Let me. That's Ned Scratcher. Counsel for the defense. Yes? I should like to hear your thoughts regarding these new developments. Third bullet, and a mysterious missing firearm from whence it came. Thinking back over all the testimony we've heard, and all the evidence we've seen, I think I'm starting to form a picture of what really happened that night. My lord, I think it's clear what this third bullet tells us about the Skulkin brothers. Another gun or a secret appall? Wait, they said he before. They were like, if we talk, he'll have blah 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 blah. There's someone they're covering for. On that night at Windybank's pawnbrokery, the brothers must have been working with a third man. The witnesses are clearly doing their best to cover up the existence of this accomplice. But the evidence all points to the fact that there was someone else present, someone carrying a gun. I love the crate. You don't even drink it, man. Why bother pouring it? An accomplice, you say? Pig's wet. These protracted proceedings have already forced us to endure 2 summation examinations. Yet in all that time, there has been not a murmur of a third man, if this apparently wraith-like being exists. Mr. Litterer, I swear, like I said, he doesn't even drink it. Why pour it? Court must be shown hard evidence. Without it, this fantasy will be crushed. Prosecution demands answers on 2 counts. Firstly, proof, evidence that this accomplice was ever at the scene of the crime. And secondly, identity of the suspicious character. Skulkins are lying, I know that. But how can I ascertain the identity of the person they're hiding? Vow counsel? It's supposed to prove the existence of this accomplice and reveal the person's identity even. In response to the prosecution's demands, my lord, the defense is... I'm not sure. Well, we've looked at everything except for this, of course. But also this. Maybe... Yeah, this is our case, but what about this? There's a sensational story lower down the front page as well, look. Ministry Mole, classified secrets may have been leaked overseas from Ministry of Justice. For a 10-year-old, Ira certainly has her finger on the pulse of world news. It's about secret communication between Great Britain and its allies. Apparently, they're being intercepted by hostile nations. Communications are being intercepted? How would somebody be doing that? That's the question, isn't it? I've gone for 3 different possible methods so far. Are you looking for a new career, Runo? No, of course not! I wonder... Perhaps this is what Lord Stormcart was talking about yesterday. Yes, it could be, and it could explain why he has Grexy running from pillar to post at the moment. Well, it's been updated, which is good. I don't think it's what we need right now. When Bearishes and Pickpurse wonder how awful for Ginny, I mean. Tomorrow's headline will be, Discharged Diver is Dauntless Do-Gooder, right? Yes, something like that. If possible, I'd like to go even bigger. Bigger? How? Proud Pickpocket protects planet post-trial, perhaps? Protects planet? Oh, I can't wait for tomorrow now. It's going to be so great. She's so cute. Okay, well... Can't prove who it is, though. Except if we wanna... Problem is we don't know who the green belongs to. Alright, I'm gonna give what I'm thinking a shot. Doesn't work, we'll say we don't have the answers. I don't think saying not have the answers is what we need to do. Let's give it a shot. Defense is ready. I believe I can provide all the answers the prosecution demands. So, my Nipponese friend, despite the swimming eyes, you seem to think you have something to say. This promises to be interesting. I have to push forward now. There's no other option. I need to use every single piece of evidence available to me if it'll make a difference. We examined this. We examined this. We didn't examine this, so let's just do that real fast. This is the bullet that was fired from the Skulkin brothers' gun in the night of the incident. Yes, so it turns out it never actually entered Hurley's body at all. Thanks to the thick leather of that pouch he was wearing. It saved him. Hehe, Hurley's always lucky like that. Well, considering what he had to go through in the hospital. I wonder how lucky he really was. Oh dear, poor Hurley. The backside? Oh, okay, it's just the same thing. Okay, okay. Anything we haven't examined yet? Yeah, everything else is done. Okay, let's give this a shot. In that case, counsel would ask you to present the evidence without delay. On the night in question, in the moments leading up to the death of the victim, what proof have you that there was a third intruder present at the scene? Oh boy. Let's try it.
Take that!
The evidence is right here, in this portfolio. By Jove, that portfolio again, is it? Do you expect the court to rifle through your papers itself? Be more specific. You claim one of those blood samples proves the presence of this third intruder. Well, which one is it? This one.
Take that!
Obviously. What am I looking at here? There appears to be some green paint or such like around the bullet hole in the middle of the calendar. That's a bloodstain, my lord. Bloodstain? Green blood? Curious, even for you. Is the court to understand that the intruder was some unhuman creature? Yes, he was E.T. himself. It's something developed by Herlock Sholmes. By the great detective! New invention. Stop. Not yet appeared in stories. Stop. It's this, you see? It doesn't have a name yet, though. This fogger sprays a chemical that reacts with the different elements in people's blood to change its color. Different elements? Of people's blood? Yes. Everyone's blood is slightly different, you see? Because it's made up of different elements. So by seeing what color it changes to, you can tell in a flash whose blood it is. Ooh, that brings a whole extra dimension to looking at blood. Took up blood in courtroom. Stop. Very exciting. Stop. As an example, this one shows the blood of the victim, Mr. Windybank. Ah, striking blue. Yes, so you see, the green color of this blood stain on the calendar shows that somebody else was shot in the main part of the shop. Now hold fire there, young man. Could be from some unrelated incident, couldn't it? No, it's not unrelated. The date showing on the calendar is the date on which Mr. Windybank was killed. By golly! Therefore, we can assume that whoever was shot on the same day. And whose blood is it? Well, the Skulkin brothers in the stand don't appear to be suffering from any gunshot injuries. Which means it must be the blood of somebody else, the third intruder, in fact.
Objection!
Whose identity the court is still waiting to hear. Can't delay this any longer, my learned friend. Who is the alleged third intruder? Him! It's him!
Take that!
Oh my gosh, that just hit me. It's him! The man's name is Eggert Benedict. Eggert Benedict? What on earth are you talking about, Counsel? He paid a visit to Windybank's pawnbrokery on the afternoon before the incident took place. when the accused attempted to deceive the pawnbroker into releasing this article into her possession. That's right. The man identified by the defense, Mr. Edgar Benedict, then attempted to take the article from the defendant by force. Broker. Yes, sir. I believe this filthy pocket thief has just redeemed an article from you, no? Yes. Article in question belongs to me. I demand for it to be returned at once. Now that's a lie. What are you trying to pull? Give me back my overcoat, you rascal. And needless to say, any music box discs too. Inspector Gregson was there at the time and can attest to what happened. In the end, it was the inspector himself who took the disc. Can you corroborate this account, Inspector? Yes, my lord. That's more or less what happened. And in the interest of being thorough, I asked Windybank for a print showing the fellow. Taken from one of his red-handed recorder Gubbinses. Yes, that's him talking to Mr. Windybank that morning. And you claim this man is your brother's accomplice? Well, Mr. and Mr. Skulkin? Never seen the geezer before in me life! On me life, Gov, on me life! Never seen him! Well, somewhat unsurprisingly, it appears our witnesses disagree with the assertion. I'm sure your lordship recalls my learned Nepalese friend's actual assertion, which was that he could prove the identity of the alleged accomplice. Yes, and I can. And show us the evidence! They're in for the theater. I agree, we must see to prove the clean-cut gentleman in the photograph is the filthy criminal you say he is. This is the last piece of evidence. I had a feeling that something has been missing in this trial from the very start. Now, I'm going to drag it kicking and screaming into the courtroom. Well, we'll have to drag it in next time. Oh my gosh! I love it! I love how things are escalating. But why would he have killed him? That, I don't know. We'll have to find out next time. Alright guys, that's gonna be it for this one. Hope you guys are having an amazing day, and I'll see you in the next one. See you later.